Hi, day 44. I just watched a recent Kyle Cease video and he was saying something about how it takes about 50 days to transform a new habit into your daily routine to the point that it almost feels like whatever the thing is, it's doing itself for you. Like you're being done by the thing. So as I approach to day 50, I kind of feel that way, but it has to be every single day. I have jumped around a little bit. Not to say that I haven't meditated every day, but I haven't gotten that 2 hour mark in every day. I can't admit that openly with no judgment whatsoever. I just think it's interesting that the days just fly by the more you do this. And it's funny, the first 15 minutes, regardless of what the time limit is, can feel so long. It's like, it feels so long sometimes. But when you get past that 15-minute mark, it's like the 15 minutes start going by like 5 or 10. And the longer you sit there, the more like time ceases to be and you just become more into yourself, one with yourself. And it's just incredible. I woke up today with another like lump inside of me or something, some kind of, figuratively speaking. If I woke up with a lump, I'd probably go to the doctor. But no, I had like a stress, like a weight, a heaviness. I had a rough night the night before, so and it only makes sense that I would be a little bit upset when I woke up. I was doing that thing where you keep rolling over and over in your bed, and you want to go back to sleep, but even though you probably should do something. And I realized, you know what? Yesterday, I meditated for 2 hours when I woke up before I really did anything that was like, a real task other than just waking up, washing my face, getting, a glass of water, whatever. And I felt great. And I was like, you know what? I should do this every day. I should just wipe out the meditation first thing when I wake up. That's what I should be doing. Or that's what I want to do, not should. You have to be careful with that word should because it can be dangerous. It can be detrimental to a person's actions and thoughts. But I want to do that when I wake up. So today is my second day doing that. And it feels great. I feel better. I feel more like how I was when I first started. And this is only the second time I've actually done 2 hours in a row. So that's something that I want to start doing. If anybody's watching this and doing this with me, like in any sort of fashion, like I encourage you to do 2 hours when you first wake up and see how you feel. I know not everyone can do that just because they can't sit there for that long, or they just got, they got to go to their job, or they got kids to take care of or whatever. But if you can do that, if you're able to do that, like that's amazing. Short of nutrition and rest, like do that before anything, and it's just like, whew, it's amazing. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about today was I was kind of beating myself up a little bit, or maybe just I had different expectations when I started doing this meditation thing. Almost, and what I'm referring to exactly is I thought that because I've been meditating so much that I would never lose my cool or let somebody diminish my value in my own perception, or get annoyed by someone or triggered by someone. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Meditation is not a magic pill. It's loving yourself. It's accepting yourself. It's accessing your heart for the things that your mind can't answer or fix. And it's raising that awareness to a point where it's not just caught up on the external things. It's very, very useful, but it's not like a magic pill. It does help, but certain cases do apply. Emergencies, like, yeah, you can stay calmer during emergency, but emergency is still going to trigger you in a way. If you're around toxic people for an extended period of time, and you continue to hang around with them, yeah, it's going to trigger you. I responded in anger last night to something, and I wasn't proud of it, but I was able to regain my composure immediately and be like, hey, I'm sorry I did that. I was wrong for doing that. I responded in anger. That was not cool. So I just want people to keep that in mind, and don't get on a high horse If you think, meditation is going to make you so zen and nothing can like get into your psyche or annoy you or anything or get under your skin, it will definitely help with that a lot. But you're still human at the end of the day, and that's something I need to remind myself. Not that I think that I was on some super high horse or anything like that, but it is very easy. It's much easier to turn a leaf or not get rustled as easy, but it's still possible. Everyone has a breaking point, and you need to be aware of that. There's someone in my life that I love very dearly. There's a few people in my life I love very dearly, and they are going through hard times. And unfortunately, yeah, they're kind of toxic sometimes. I can't help it. It's just what happens. I've been there. Everyone else has been there at some point in their lives. It just happens. But it's important to still try to love that person and try to keep your composure, but not consume yourself with the toxicity as much as it sucks to see someone else struggle. And I've realized that if someone's having a crappy mood or accuses you or something, or if they're going through a hard time or they're being toxic, to let them figure it out. Because like if I can hold to myself to this standard, like I can figure out all my own problems and I can deal with it with just about anything that comes in my way, then another person should be held to the same standard as well. And it's kind of hypocritical to myself if I'm like, hey, I can sit there and let things undo themselves and not freak out so much and have power over my life when I choose to act. But someone else is not capable of doing that, and I need to save them. And it's not a bad thing. It's, we want to help people that are struggling, that are close to us, that we love, especially the people that we love. But it's getting to the point now, the past few months, that I've been doing this for several people in my life, and it's draining me. And I didn't feel right for 4 days, almost the onset of a really bad depression. That's how I was starting to feel. And I said, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's not shame ourselves for this. Let's just sit. What needs to change? And I think I figured out what I needed to do. And it's not so much what I needed to do, so much what I didn't need to do. Sometimes we're doing too much. I'm definitely one of those people that thinks I have to do to have value in my life, to feel okay, to get love from others. I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't need to do anything. Maybe I need to start doing less. How about I sit here and love myself for a few hours and see how I feel? I haven't really regretted it. So just try to keep that in mind. You still have to keep your boundaries when you're meditating. It's healthy. It feels good. It keeps you sane. And the world keeps spinning around. Stay sexy, friends. I'll see you soon.